So, welcome to this webinar. We're looking at AI identity and ownership, and that's the topic for today's AI identity and ownership. And then we'll be looking at the future of content creation and digital influence. My name is Adedeji Kunmi, and I am a global cultural strategist and director at Venice Madike Academy, registered here in the UK and CPD approved provider here in the UK. So we'll be looking at the future of content creator and future of content creation in because the discussion that have been coming up lately has been the discussion of AI. So for the past few years, about 3 4 years ago, the rapid change, the rapid progress in AI has brought about several discussions, fears, and hopes, and you know also the content creators have so many fears about their future. So these are part of the things that we'll be looking at, or this is the major thing we'll be looking at. Let's just say it that way. So the content for today's webinar, we'll be looking at the myth versus reality of AI, the new content economy, licensing over label, AI generated influencers and digital replication, the rise of personal IP, that's intellectual property, NFTs and digital ownership. We'll look at the future potentials of AI, the celebrity advantage, monetization in the AI era, risks, ethics, and control. And then we'll look at the action plan, how to properly position yourself. So, the first one, which is the myth versus reality of AI. So, their fears that AI will destroy the world are mostly based on extreme fiction, not reality. AI is a human built tool that amplifies human ability rather than replacing it. So, recently, everybody, majorly, many people have been having fears that AI might, take away their jobs, or AI is making some, career and some skill set to be obsolete, which is actually not. Uh, I want us to view AI as a tool that enhances whatever skill or talent that you have. So AI is not actually taking away your skill, but it is enhancing your skill. So take for example, like if you are a graphic designer or if you're an artist that do digital art, so you could create digital drawings, but then after creating digital drawing you could still take your drawing to Photoshop and do some photo manipulations on it using Photoshop. So the Photoshop is not actually taking away your job. What the Photoshop is doing is enhancing your job to look more beautiful or more creative, whichever result you're looking for. So that's basically how I want us to look at AI. AI is actually not taking the jobs. AI is, enhancing, providing much more faster process, much more creative ideas, flexibility with whatever work that you're doing. So that is what I believe AI is going to achieve, or AI is achieving for us as creators. So, like past technologies such as the internet and smartphones, it will disrupt industries but also create new opportunity roles. Yeah, it's going to disrupt industries, but it's not taking away the job. But while it disrupts the industries, it's still going to create new roles. So many people are learning AI now. Yeah, instead of usually people will sit down and say they want to learn graphic design, they want to learn web designing, but people are not learning web designing like they used to before, graphic design like they used to before. So people are learning AI, because with the AI now you can create websites, with the AI now you can create mobile apps, with the AI you can create graphic design. So if you learn AI and you know how to use AI prompts properly, you would be much more required in today's content creation space. So AI is not taking any job in that aspect. So what AI is doing is creating new rules and new opportunities for people, which is actually what I want to speak about with this webinar, the opportunities that exist for content creators with the advent of AI. So the real challenge is how people adapt. Those who learn to use AI will benefit the most, as progress rewards those who evolve with it. So the new content economy. The content landscape is shifting from creator led production to brand controlled systems. With AI, brands can now replicate creator styles and produce content in house, reducing reliance on influencers. AI also make production faster and cheaper by handling tasks like scripting, editing, and visuals, allowing brands to scale content quickly and maintain constant output with fewer resources. The shift is from effort-based creation to asset-based creation, where value comes from own digital identity and IP rather than time and labor. Those who own assets can scale easily, while manual-only work becomes less competitive. So these are, the changes that we'll be looking at, or that is going to come with the advent of AI, in this age. We have faster processes of work. So a digital work or a content work that used to take days or many hours to create, with AI, it could just take minutes. So there will be more faster processes, and also there will be a chance for people to hone their creative work, because in the future, AI content creation in the future will not really be about the content that you are creating yourself. So AI content creation in the future will be about you, the content, the content creator, being able to create an image and a brand for yourself that can be licensed out to bigger brands, so that they can use your likeness and image to promote their product or whatever they want to use it to promote, based on the agreements you have had with the organization, in order to be able to use your image, your likeness, or your voice. So that is the future that will be moving in. Well, that's the future will be moving along with this AI. So licensing over labor. The creator economy is moving from daily content production to licensing image and IP. Instead of constantly creating, creators can earn by allowing brands to use their likeness, voice, or style under agreed terms. Owning your likeness means controlling how your identity is used, especially as AI can replicate it, and ensuring you are paid for that use. As a result, future creators may earn more from rights and licensing than from than from active work, shifting from time-based income to scalable asset-based earnings. So let's say you're a content creator that has been creating content for years. Your face is well known. For example, let me choose Kabile. Is it Kabilame or Kabile? Is a very popular content creator. So every day he has to wake up to create content in order to generate revenue, or create content for an organization. They pay him for it. But in the future, he might decide that he does not want to be creating content like that anymore. He's already a well-known face. So what he could do, he could decide to license his image to AI company or an organization, whichever one. So what the organization will do, based on the agreement, contract that is between him and the organization can then use AI to generate videos using his likeness. Yeah, videos of his likeness. They use AI to generate videos. So those videos will then be used to promote their products. So it could be the products, it could be the videos, it could be, images. But there will be like a license agreement between the creator and the organization, in which the organization will be able to use the creator's image and likeness to generate AI videos to promote their products. So that is where we are moving towards, the licensing over labor. So instead of him to be creating content every day, he could just, relax and just sell the license, the rights to his image to any organization, and then the organization would take advantage and use that image to promote their products or their brands or their organization. So AI generated influencers and digital replication. AI now allows brands to replicate a creator's face, voice, and style using image generation, voice cloning, and behavioral modeling. This means content can be produced without the creator being physically involved each time, which is exactly what I just said. For influencers, this shifts their role from daily content creation to more licensing and strategic partnerships, where their identity becomes a usable asset. The opportunity is scalable income through royalties and brand deals, but the risks include loss of control, overuse of their likeness, and reduced authenticity if audiences feel the content is not truly human driven. So, the next one is the rise of personal IP, the intellectual property. Building recognizable identity is becoming essential as AI increases content output and makes attention harder to harm. What stands out now is a consistent, memorable brand people can instantly recognize. A content creator relies on regular output and effort, while a brand asset is an owned identity, face, voice, or style that can be reused or licensed across platforms. Ownership shifts value from labor to control, meaning income comes not just from creating content, but from how widely your identity is used and scaled. So as a content creator in the future, you might be making more income, not even from the content you are creating, but from the use of your lineage, from the use of your likeness, the use of your image, and how widely the image is being used anywhere in the world. So that is where future revenue, income for content creators will be coming from. Yeah. Then NFT and digital ownership. Few years ago, NFT got very huge attention. It kind of felt like a hype because the has died down now. But when it came out, it was like a thing that people were paying, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions to buy NFT. So NFT is a digital asset. So it really didn't caught on as of that time. So it kind of felt like a hype. But with the advent of AI and AI, you know, driven content, whereby people whereby you can sell your likeness, your image, or your voice. Now, NFT, there's a future for NFT. NFT can then become this big thing in the future, whereby to license your image exclusively or your voice exclusively, the NFT will provide like authenticity to the person that is buying the license to use that image. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So with this, you know, AI and the advancement in AI, NFT is sure to become a huge and a big deal once more. So NFT could evolve beyond hype into tools for proving ownership and managing licensing of digital identity and creative assets. Instead of just collectibles, they can act as verifiable records on blockchain showing who owns the likeness, voice, or piece of content and how it can be used. This helps protect creator as AI makes replication easier, enabling automated licensing through smart contracts and clearer control over usage rights. That is why building something you fully own, that is why building something you fully own now, your brand identity or digital asset is important because ownership will become the main source of long-term value in a digital and AI-driven economy. Because we are moving towards an AI-driven economy. We are at a very rapid pace. So you that owns a digital asset, your digital asset will become much more valuable than you actually as a person because the digital asset are what AI uses to produce, the videos, the images, the music, the voice. So all those things are digital assets. And if you start creating a digital asset, um, maybe through content creation, maybe through music, your digital asset can become the most valuable thing in the nearest future. Seven, then the celebrity advantage. We have big celebrities that are, that are already benefiting from this AI, licenses their image, licensing their image to big corporation to use their image to promote their brands. So, for example, is Bruce Willis, who happens to be the very first person that we know of to have licensed his image out to an organization for the organization to use his image in AI driven content. So big celebrities benefits from AI licensing because their likeness can be replicated and used across many campaigns at once. turning the identity into a scalable income asset without needing constant physical involvement. Smaller creators can apply the same model by building a strong personal brand. Monetization in the AI era. The creator economy is shifting to multiple income streams from one identity. Instead of only earning purpose, creators can now earn through brand licensing, AI generated campaigns, and digital products built around their persona. The key shift is from paid per creation to paid per usage, where income comes from how often an owned identity is used across platforms and campaigns. T-Pain, John Legend, Charlie Puth, they partnered with YouTube to create Dream Track using AI to recreate their voice for user-generated content. So T-Pain does not have to be there, but he has already licensed his voice to YouTube. So now anytime YouTube need to create a song, they use T-Pain's voice and T-Pain will get paid. It does not have to be, with a studio or anywhere at the Google premises or actually create the content for Google. Basically, what Google need to do is to take his voice and generate a song using his voice. And wherever T-Pain is, they just get paid off it. So that is the advantages of licensing your image, your likeness, your voice as a digital asset to organization, which is going to be the future of AI driven content creation. Then we have the risks, ethics, and control. So deepfakes is a big issue when it comes to AI content creation. There have been several, um, complaints, several um, reports about people using deepfakes to create sexual explicit content of other people. So deepfakes and AI replication create risks of identity misuse, where a person's face or voice can be used without permission. This makes contracts and licensing agreements essential for controlling usage and ensuring protection. The key balance is using AI for scale while maintaining authenticity and trust in how a creator's identity is presented. In March 2026, Colleen Fernandez accused her ex-husband Christian Allman, I'm not sure if I pronounced the name properly, of creating and distributing explicit deepfake content of her, which she described as virtual rape. So this is one of the issues with AI content creation that we have now. So there has to be a law and licensing agreement that govern all these things. So um, there's a risk there, and there has to be some moral ethics and control. The people who own these images, who own this voice, should also retain probably a significant amount of control of their images, their likeness, and their persona. Then action plan, how to position yourself. So this is the main thing, positioning yourself for this future opportunity. um Anything you are doing, just understand that the major thing is to position yourself properly, so that whenever they are looking for that thing, you will be readily available, and you will be one of the first point of contact for that thing. So positioning yourself properly is very, very important. So build a clear personal brand or character that people can instantly recognize and remember. Secure your digital identity, name, visuals, and style, so you own your presence online. Think of yourself as an asset. Don't just think of yourself as a content creator now. Yeah, yes, you're a content creator, but don't be thinking of yourself as just a content creator. Think of yourself as an asset, as a business asset, a digital asset, not just a content creator. Focusing on long-term value and scalability. Use platforms and tools that supports ownership, licensing, and growth beyond daily posting. If you're a content creator that takes pictures, when you use platforms like Shutterstock, um, getting images, those platforms requires to get license to use those images. So you can start putting your own images there as a content creator. You can start putting your images there, so that anybody that wants to use your image can use your image, but then would have to get license from you or pay you to be able to use your image. So in the AI era, the people who win won't just be the best creators, they will be the best owners. So that's the one important information I want to leave you with today. Ownership is key. In the future of AI content creation, the content creators won't just be the people that are winning, but the people who actually own their digital asset will be the one who will be winning the most.